Hey, welcome everybody. Happy New Year. Hope you guys are having a good start. Want to check, make sure that the audio is working real quick. If you guys don't mind, put in like a 1 in the chat box there and just let us know that the audio is working, please. All right. Well, I'm hoping the audio is working. I'm not seeing any ones in the chat box. So, oh, you know what? That's because never mind. I can't see those. So
You know what?
I'm going to assume that they're there. All right. Well, welcome everybody. Now I can see the questions. Awesome. Great. Happy New Year. Okay, good. Yeah, I was blind there for a minute. All right. Well, guys, how many of you would love to have pretty much an automated, and I mean automated, stream of income that, like, kind of once you get it set up, I mean, you really don't have to do a whole lot with it. If that's you, then put a 1 in the chat box, because that's a lot of what you're going to see today. Recurring revenue, not having to drive any traffic or personally sell anything, pretty much do any marketing on your own, and in a very just ingenious way. We have got one of my really good friends. I like to say one of the good guys in the market. I mean, I don't know how many of you know Greg Cesar. If you've been to webinars in the past, I've had him on several times. He's always doing just innovative stuff. And this is probably one of the coolest things I've seen him come out with. What he is doing and what he's been able to do is going to blow your mind, literally. Because he always finds just this unique way to sort of marry a couple different ideas together and just create this, juggernaut, if you will, of a method that just. And the other thing I like about Greg is Greg really, and he's going to get mad at me when I say this, but Greg really is a lazy marketer. What I mean by that is you know what, he loves to figure out how to make it work for him rather than him work for the money. And that's the other reason that I love what he comes out with, because when you see this, you're going to understand that, number one, you'll probably call him genius marketer of the year, but number two, you'll see the power, and I'm excited. So anyway, I'm going to shut up. Guys, you are in. Just sit back, clear everything that you've got, because you need to. Number one, Greg is a great presenter. He always gives some killer information. But number two, you're going to see something, and how he puts this thing together. It's going to just you're going to go, and your jaw's going to be dropped here by the end. So anyway, with that being said, Greg, man, thanks for coming on. I appreciate you doing this. I'm going to turn it over to you, buddy.
Well, John, first of all, thanks for pointing out that I'm a lazy marketer. I love it.
In a good way.
Yes, I have a saying that I say, if I have to work hard for it, it's not for me. And there's nothing wrong with working 90 hours a day. It's just I wasn't built that way. I'd rather be a smart marketer than a marketer that's working my behind off all day for money. And hopefully, guys, by the end of this training, I will have opened your eyes to a new opportunity, something different, which actually has been under your nose the whole time. You just never looked at it this way, and you'll understand why it's made me even more lazier than I was before. But it's a beautiful thing, because I am enjoying that laziness. So what I'm going to show you today is the easiest way to create a six-figure business by tapping into a vault of hungry buyers and create an instant stream of monthly recurring revenue without you having to drive traffic or personally sell anything or do any marketing whatsoever. I know that's a big promise, but I'm going to deliver on that, and it will totally make sense by the time we are done with this training. Now, I need your attention, so please turn off your cell phones, please turn off Facebook. And if you're an internet marketer who's serious about building your online business and you want to build a recurring business, well, the next 60 to 90 minutes will absolutely change your life, and I do not say that lightly. So, for those of you who may not know who I am, my name is Greg Cesar. I started working with local businesses back in 1997. I was consulting and helping them build their businesses online. Around 2002, I decided I need to start selling my own products online. And I did that for one reason, and that was so I can get more local clients. Because I wanted to go to a business and say, don't hire that guy. He or she is not selling anything online. How could they help you? Well, I got so good at selling online that I've sold over 100,000 ebooks all over the globe, over 100 different countries, without a single affiliate. Those are all my personal sales. If I include my affiliates, I'm north upwards of 140 to 150,000 customers. Yes, folks, my actual customer database has over 100 plus thousand people in it. So I do know and understand a thing or two when it comes to marketing. I've worked with some of the most brilliant minds on the planet. In fact, John and I get together quite often and we talk about different strategies. So there's a lot of things that I've learned and a lot of things I've learned from people that I've worked with over the years, which gives me tons of advantage and can absolutely share. I started helping and teaching entrepreneurs how to build their online dreams sometime around 2003. Since then, I've become an internationally recognized speaker. I've spoken on stages as far away as Singapore, Malaysia, UK. I've spoken Jamaica, and I've spoken all over the US. In fact, recently I was speaking at a seminar in Raleigh, North Carolina. Now, many people say to me, and I resent this because people say, well, you are so lucky, must be nice. What they don't realize and recognize is the struggle that it took to get to where I am today. I grew up poor in the projects of Stamford, Connecticut. My dad came from Haiti back in the late 60s, making $1 an hour. Let me repeat that, $1 an hour. So, yes, we were broke. I shouldn't say we were broke. We didn't have money. There's a difference between being broke and not having money. Not having money is a physical state. Being broke is a mental state. My dad taught us you've got to work towards the future. You've got to go for your dreams. You've got to do the things that you want. I mean, here's a man that left his country to come to another country speaking no English, not understanding the culture to start over. And so I learned from my dad, yes, we were physically poor, but we weren't mentally poor. Today, I live in an 8,000 square foot home with 4 fireplaces. John's been to my house several times. And I'll tell you, my dad, he is 80 years old now, and at his age, is making almost $20,000 a month in income. He found his vehicle, which happened to be real estate. So if I, the son of an immigrant, can do it, what can you absolutely do? Now, when I started my business in 97, I had no money, no experience, and no clue what I was doing. I had a corporate job, and I just knew I hated it. I knew I was unemployable. And the reason I was unemployable is I hated the fact I had a guy who was always telling me what I needed to do and when I needed to do it. I just hated that. And I knew I had to do something on my own. So that's how I decided to start my own business. So I want you to imagine, and this is what I did back in 1997, right? Imagine what your life would be like and picture this if you know how to make more money online in less time and in less effort and be able to create automated income without having to spend a lot of money. Folks, it's just knowledge. That's all it is. So imagine if you knew what that knowledge is, what will actually get you to that spot. What if you never have to worry about struggling to make real money online or never wasting your time or money on things that absolutely don't work, right? What if you could take the guessing and the guesswork out of the process, right? What would life be like if you could build a $3,000 per month recurring business? But here's the key. Have your sales coming in 30 days or less without spending a lot of money. I'm going to show you an example of this today, so make sure you pay attention. Well, how about if you could do this and build this business working just a couple hours a month? What would that mean to your significant other if you can make money, but yet also be able to enjoy spending time because you're not working 90 hours a day to make that happen? What would that be like? Well, what is this business, you ask? It's really easy, folks. It's an Amazon business, but it's not Amazon the way that you know Amazon. It's not Amazon the way that, most products are taught, selling the widgets on Amazon. It's not it. I'm going to show you something completely different today. But the question is this: if I am going to start a business, out of all the things that I can do, why start an Amazon business, right? Out of all the things that I can do, why start an Amazon business? And the answer is pretty simple. Amazon already has millions of hungry buyers who go to that website with the sole purpose of buying. So what are you doing? You are putting your business in front of people who are sitting there. They're hungry. They got a credit card in their hand. I mean, 90 million of them paid Amazon over $100 just so they can get the product faster. Think about that for a second, right? So the question now is, what motivated me to start this business? What motivated me to start an Amazon business? Well, 2014, everyone was talking about selling blenders and all kinds of things on Amazon. And I said to myself, I'm going to do this. I created an Amazon account, but to be honest with you, I had fear. Yes, I am a well-experienced internet marketer, and yes, I was scared to get started on Amazon. Don't think just because we are marketers, we don't have fear also. We do. So for about 6 or 7 months, I did nothing on Amazon, even though I had my Amazon account. I went to a 4th of July party to a good friend of mine. He's an internet marketer. And at that 4th of July party, another friend of ours who is an internet marketer came by with his kids. And at that party, he says, or our other friend says, you should see what my daughter is doing on Amazon. I said, really? He goes, she's making $30+ a day on Amazon. And I'm going to tell you something. It infuriated me, not because that was his daughter, but the fact is she was 8 years old at the time. An 8-year-old is making more money than me, a world internet traveler who's teaching people globally. She's making more money than me on Amazon, and it pissed me off. So that day I made a decision, and the key word there is decision. I decided to get started and change the outcome. So let me show you my real numbers. So January 1st, through August 13th, through August 18th, 2014, as you can see, we did nothing. So July, I took action. I sent my product to Amazon. On the 18th of August is when our product went live, right? It went live on the Amazon database. Look at this, August 19, 2014, within 24 hours of getting started, I made my first sale. It was a whopping $9.95. And I'm telling you, at this point, I am jumping for joy. I'm doing cartwheels, right? But there's short-term and then there's long-term thinking. My wife is asking me, what the heck is wrong with you? That's $9.95. What a waste. Well, short-term thinking is this sucks. Right? What a waste of time. What am I going to do with $9.95? But let me tell you the long-term strategy, and this is why I was excited. I said to myself, if only I can figure out 10 different ways to make $9.95 a day, right? Not a lot of money, but guess what? That's $99.50 a day, or $36,317,050 per year on autopilot. Does that now change your mind about $9.95? I mean, think about it. Even someone who's making $200,000 per year, that is a 20% increase in their salary. That's a huge number. So that's where I was thinking. Now, let's take a look the rest of the month. So from August 19th through August 31st, my brand new business, I did $69.89. A whopping $69.89. So if you thought I was excited for $9, oh, these cartwheels are getting higher and higher. Let's take a fast forward. October 1st, 2014 through October 31st, 2014, we did $374.28. Now I'm starting to see the picture. right? I was excited before, now I'm in complete euphoria. And at this point, I said to myself, if I can find 50 different things that I could sell on Amazon to make $374.28, that's $15,000 a month. I'm at a six-figure business. Now, yes, $374 is not much, but if you multiply that by 50, that's a lot. Let's look at what happened. November 1st, 2014, all the way through November 30th, 2014, I'm at $1,987.11 in sales for the month. 3 months into the business, and I've already created a 2K per month recurring business. Folks, is that awesome or what? Let me ask you guys a question. Type this into the chat box. How much time do you think I have invested into the business up until this point? And how much money did I invest into the business up until this point? Type that into the chat box. Let's see what you guys think. How much time in terms of hours, and how much money have I invested? Okay, Darren says 100 hours and about 5K. Let's see what else. Type that in, guys. Let me know what you guys think. Mark says 500 hours and about $500 in about 2 weeks. Guys, I got to be honest with you, not even close. Up until this point, I have somewhere in the neighborhood of $40 to $50 in expense, and I have about 5, maybe 7 hours in total time to build this business to where it is today. Remember I said no marketing is involved. Because I don't have to market, I don't have to invest the time. I'll explain more how we're able to make this happen, and it'll make complete sense. So let me tell you this, results are not typical. I will walk you through the system we're using to get these results, but please understand that my results are not typical because I don't know what you're going to do after I show you this. Are you going to go watch TV? Are you going to go ride your bike or go watch Grey's Anatomy? Who knows? I don't know. But I will be happy to share with you what's working with me for free and allow you to see what we're doing. Now, I also want to let you know this is not a get rich quick. Get rich quick is sit on your butt, do nothing, make $1 million. You'll understand in a little bit why this is not a get rich quick scheme. Now, what are we going to cover today? Secret number 1, how you can build a very profitable and successful business in no time, even if you have zero marketing experience. Keyword there is zero marketing experience. Secret number 2, small untapped markets are more profitable than larger markets. And secret number 3, an untapped category on Amazon that is way easier to make money in than any other category on Amazon. This is the key why we're able to do what we're doing right now. So let's get started. Secret number 1, how can you build a very profitable and successful business in no time, even if you have zero marketing experience? Well, how to build a business without having to do any of the work. Most internet marketers think building an internet business has to be complicated and it has to take a lot of time. I mean, that's what we have been taught. Right? That's the conventional wisdom. Today, we're going to break all conventional wisdom. You can build a very profitable and successful business in no time if you learn how to leverage existing resources instead of creating them from scratch. What do I mean by this? Let's talk about that. You can build your business from scratch, or you can leverage an existing business. Amazon is that business. Amazon has millions of customers already, right? Here's the good news. For the most part, Amazon doesn't sell anything of their own. Think about Amazon as a gigantic reseller, a gigantic super affiliate. So what does that mean? They sell other people's stuff. For the most part, that's what Amazon is doing, except there's one problem. Your products most likely are not on Amazon right now. So you need to be there if you want to capitalize on this opportunity. Here's another amazing thing. When Amazon likes your product, they start paying for your advertising. When you're out on Facebook and all these other websites and Google and you're seeing ads by Amazon, do you know that is Amazon paying to advertise somebody else's product? That can be your product that Amazon is paying for. So not only did you have to do no marketing, Amazon is paying for any marketing that they decide to do on your behalf. Right? The other thing is Amazon does something called retargeting. For those of you who aren't sure what retargeting is, that's when You go to a website and you're looking to buy a purple couch, right? And now you decide you need a car. So you're on a website looking for a red car, red Toyota. Well, here is an ad for that purple couch on the car website. So that ad is following you around the internet. And it'll keep following you until you either buy or unsubscribe to seeing that ad. That's called retargeting. Amazon will do that on your behalf. When someone looks at your product on Amazon, if they leave your listing and did not buy the product, Amazon will continue showing that person your ad and saying it's still available. The other way Amazon does retargeting is this. When someone looks at your listing, if they did not buy the product, if they're logged into their Amazon account, Amazon sends them an email that says, hey, did you know Darren's product is still available? You can get it. Did you know Kathy's product is still available? Shauna's product, all these folks, CB's product, it's still available. You can still go get it. So Amazon is marketing for you on your behalf. And here's the one that I like. There's two ways you can sell your products on Amazon. There is FBM, which stands for Fulfilled by Merchant. Basically, that means Amazon will sell the product for you, but you've got to deliver the product. Okay, that involves a little bit of work. Is it good? Yes, but it involves a little bit of work. Now, remember what I told you in the beginning of this training. If I have to work, it's not for me. I prefer something called FBA, Fulfilled by Amazon. Basically, I send my products to Amazon. Amazon sells it for me. They ship it for me, so I don't have to do any of the work. Now, remember I said this is not a get rich quick, and here's the reason why. The work is getting done. It's just you don't have to do the work. That's why it's not a get rich quick scheme. There's work being done. Amazon is doing it for us on our behalf. And don't feel that or think Amazon is doing us a favor. They're doing themselves a favor. They're just allowing us to share in the growth and share in the revenues and the profits. Now, secret number 2. Instead of one high volume, super competitive product, you are better off in several smaller niche markets that no one cares about. Let's talk about this. How do you build a six-figure business without having a six-figure product, right? Most internet marketers think the only way to build a six-figure business is to find a super hot product that millions of people are searching for. Actually, instead of one high volume, super competitive product, you are better off in several smaller niche markets. Nobody cares about those markets. No one's paying attention to those markets, but you're in several of them. Let's talk about this. So products that can sell and make you six figures, guess what, folks? They're going to have six-figure competition. That means all the smart marketers are going to be in those markets. Do you think they're going to let you waltz in and take the sales from them? It's not going to happen, right? So instead of one product that's going to make you $50,000 a month, which, by the way, you're going to have to work to find those kinds of products, right? So instead of one of them, why don't you sell 10 products that make you $5K per month? Guess what, folks? You're making the same $50,000, except you're doing it $5K at a time. So small markets like this, I should say, are a waste of time for the big players. The big super affiliates, the ones with the super marketing budgets, the one who will come in and pay anything for an ad space, they can't afford to play in markets that are only worth a couple $1,000s per month. It's not worth their time. And the mom and pops who are at the smaller markets don't understand marketing, which means we can go in and completely dominate because they have zero clue what they're doing. It's the perfect storm. So much easier for you to make 5K than it is for you to make $50,000. So imagine this. If you have 10 products that each do just 2 sales a day, not a lot, just 2, folks, that's $27. And let's say it's $27 per product. Folks, that's $540 per day in sales. Would that change your life? 10 little products that only do 2 sales a day. By the way, if you're selling a product that only does 2 sales a day, that's considered failure. That's not success. How we're turning it into success is you have 10 of them, okay? So, secret number 3, there are massive untapped categories on Amazon where you can make 6 figures or more, and no one is paying attention to this category, and it's been under our nose the whole time. So most internet marketers follow the herd and they try to sell the same things that everyone else is selling on Amazon. They want to sell the widgets and the blenders and the coffee makers and all these little gadgets, right? That's what everyone has been talking about the last couple years. Most internet marketers think Amazon is saturated and there is no way that I can make money on Amazon. But there is. There's a category you want to pay attention to. Selling information on Amazon is completely untapped and wide for the pickings. Guys, did you hear what I just said? Selling information, selling content. Do you understand how great that is to be able to sell content and information on Amazon? Well, let's evaluate. What do I mean? What is information? It's how to do this, how to do that. In fact, information has been around for thousands of years and it will be around for thousands more years. People, we don't have to train people to go look for information. They're doing it every single day on Amazon. In fact, millions of people search Amazon every single day for information. Think about the Kindle. Think about the books category. What are those? Information. Except I don't like the format that those mediums are delivered in, right? So the other problem with books and also in Kindle is lots of competition in those categories. There are millions of books, right? We don't want to compete against them. So how do we go there and not compete? It's easy. You have to repackage your content. And there's several different formats that I like, but the top one is repackaging your content in the form of a CD or in the form of a DVD, and you put it on the physical side of Amazon. Now what happens? You're not selling a digitally downloaded ebook, right? That's a cheap price. You're selling something on the physical side. Now, what does that do for you? The physical side of Amazon is 10 times bigger than Kindle or books. There's more eyeballs there, which means you'd make more money selling your content as a CD than you would selling it as a Kindle. There's more people searching for it. Here's another one. The physical side also has more profits, right? More profits and less competition in the form of a CD. Let me ask you guys a question. What is the most you've ever spent for an ebook on Kindle? Type that into the chat box. What is the most you've ever spent on an ebook? Okay, CB says $3.49. Let's see what else, guys. Tell me what's the most you spent for an ebook. $2.99 says Catherine. Darren says $9. Marilee says $9.95. Shauna says $9.99. Joshua says $7.99. Wow, Phil. Phil is a big baller. He said $25. Woo! Phil, I like your style. Mark says $3. David says $9. Guys, how hard do you think it would be to get rich off of $3.99 per sale? Pretty hard, wouldn't you say? I would tell you that. Let me give you an example. I took one of my books that were selling on Kindle for $3.99, and I was happy at $3. I'm sorry, it was $2.99. That's the most I can get for it where I can get decent sales. I was happy with that, right? We were probably doing 100 to 200 sales per month. I took it, I converted it into a CD. I put it on the physical side of Amazon. I did not change not one word. I went from $2.99 in price all the way sometimes as high as $39, $40 per sale. Exact same product. All I changed was the format. You see, a downloadable product doesn't have a high perceived value. A DVD, a CD has a higher perceived value. The consumer is willing to pay more for that than they are for an ebook. So let's continue with my journey in our sales. So December 2014, I'm thinking, I'm not going to make any sales. It's Christmas. Who's going to buy information product? And I learned a lesson, folks. Never prejudge. We went from $2,000 the previous month up to $3,004.19 for December 2014. January 2015, we then did 2,165. We dropped, a huge drop. And I'm thinking at this point, okay, maybe I maxed out and this is the most I'm ever going to make. I was quite happy with what I did. I was going to take it. But I realized, two things or three things actually. First, after Christmas, people, maybe they finished buying the toys and the gadgets and the purses and the gifts. They didn't want to buy information. I don't know. That was my guess. But I also said something. Am I happy with $2,165.18 for something that I didn't have to work for? Yes. Let me also tell you two things about that month. The first week in January, we went on a vacation with my wife and the kids. We went out away for 7 days. And the last week in January, I went on something called the Marketer's Cruise. That happens every year in January. In fact, I'm going next week. So 2 weeks out of the month, I was completely gone. Yet I still did $2,165.18 on this Amazon business, which I didn't have to do any work for. Now, February, okay, we're starting to move in the right direction again. $2,521.70. Mind you, it's a shorter month, so I'm still pretty excited about what I'm seeing here. Now, I'm going to show you more, but before we do, let me give you the 6-step process that you are going to use to build your Amazon business. Number one, you're going to do a little bit of research, and by a little, I mean if you spend 20 minutes, you spent too much time. You're going to pick a niche, you're going to create your content, and you're going to send it to Amazon. You're going to create your description, you're going to scale your business, and then you're going to sit back and relax and wait for your money to come in. Let's break these down. Number one, we're going to do some research. Here's how we're going to do the research. In the research phase, what you're looking to find is not what are all the ideas that I have, but let me see what people are buying. If you want to make a lot of money, it's simple. Sell what people are buying. How do we do that? We're not going to guess. We're going to find out definitively. You're going to use the Google Keyword Planner to find hot in-demand topics where consumers are already spending money so you make instant sales. We're going to let Google tell us what we should sell. Okay? So how do we do this? You're going to go to google.com, type in Keyword Planner. You're going to click on the link. Once you get into the Keyword Planner, you're going to click where it says Find New Keywords. Once you do that, you're going to get a window like this that pops up, and you're going to type in your keywords. Now, for your keywords, I like to use something called power words. See, power words show me that people are looking to learn something. They're looking for information, but I don't know what. I'm going to let Google tell me what are they searching for, and then I'm going to create products based on those. Here's an example of a power word. How to. That's all you're going to type into the Google Keyword Planner. And then Google is going to tell you how to do this, how to do X, how to do Y. And then Google is going to tell you how many times people searched for those products. So if you see someone typed in how to do X 20,000 times, that's a good market. If you see they typed in how to do X 3 times, not a good market. So we want the markets where people are actually searching, right? How about learn? How about stop? How about get rid of? Those are the kinds of power words that you want to type into Google. So guys, give me an example of what you think are great how-to markets for products that you can create and sell all over Amazon. Type that into the chat box, and while you do that, I'll grab a drink of water. Type that into the chat box. What are examples of great how-to markets for products you can create and sell all over the world? Okay. Susan says, how can I? That's a great power word. It's not a market, but it's a power word because Google will tell you all the different ways people typed in, how can I do X? How can I do Y? Catherine, how to lose weight. That's a great one. Darren says lose weight. Dan says travel. How about this, Dan? How about travel guides to Mexico, right? Olympics was recent, right? How about the travel guide to Brazil? Although that market is past now, but that would have been a really good product to have on Amazon. Oh, Dan, I love this one. How to plan a honeymoon. That is awesome. Susan, another great power word. How can I get rid of? That's great. Mark, how can I make money? Now, that's fantastic, Mark, but I'm going to tell you the only problem with that market is you're going up against the sharks. You're going up against the smart people. So yes, it's good. Yes, it's big, but be prepared to have to battle for that space. I would rather go after how to plan a honeymoon because there might be two other people there and they don't have any clue what they are doing. So you guys have come up with some good ones. John told me his folks were smart, and you guys are smart. So, guys, thanks for that. So, let me show you what I found when I typed in the words how to. Okay, so I went into the Google Keyword Planner. I typed in how to, and I kid you not, I cannot make this stuff up. This is the first thing that I found: how to grow weed indoors for beginners. Guys, you think that's a good market? Right? Who thinks that is a good market? CB says yes, right? Isn't that a great market? Think about what's happening now in the United States with all the legislation coming around that's legalizing marijuana. You think some folks might want to start growing weed indoors for beginners so they can start making some money? Yes, absolutely. Right? Can't believe they actually searched for it, but it's true. And I can't make this up. I swear to you. The second one was how to grow weed outdoors for beginners. Right? You can't make this stuff up. I was laughing when I actually saw this. So the first top two searches were how to grow weed indoors for beginners and how to grow weed outdoors for beginners. Now, I'll tell you, those are some courageous people. I hope they're not making those searches while they're at work. How about how to eat clean? Right? We had a few people say weight loss, right? That was Catherine said weight loss. Darren said weight loss. How about if we niche it down, Catherine and Darren, and you go to how to eat clean, right? Weight loss may be a little competitive. How to eat clean may be wide open. How about how to edit videos? I would have never thought that was a market, but it is. How about how to fall asleep? Right? Think about someone who has insomnia. What is the quality of your life like? In fact, is there anyone on this training right now? Have any of you suffered through insomnia? If you have, just say, yes, I have in the chat box. And then tell me, what was the quality of life like once when you had the insomnia? Let's see if any one of you guys struggle through insomnia. Let's see here. Phil says yes and crap. Phil, wouldn't you have done anything to get rid of that insomnia? I mean, look at Michael Jackson. Look at the level that he went through to get sleep because he couldn't sleep. It ended up costing him his life. So, wow, a bunch of folks. Shauna, Silas says it was terrible. You can't sleep. You're cranky. You're always angry at your significant other, yelling at your kids. You can't get your job done. You can't drive because you're tired. Do you think that person who goes into Amazon and types in how to fall asleep would pay me 50, 60 bucks for a course to teach them or help her do that? Absolutely, right? How to get rid of bed bugs. If you've ever had bed bugs in your house, there's a reason why the cheapest exterminator you are going to find is $1,000. Why are they $1,000 to do the same thing they would do to get rid of ants? Because they know bed bugs is a much bigger problem, right? People would spend that money. How to get rid of acne. Look at a company like Proactive. You think they're a multi-million-dollar organization because people don't care about acne? Yes, that's a market. How to have twins. I kid you not. You cannot make this stuff up. People actually searched how to have twins. Now, I know the answer on how to have twins, right? A little bit extra hanky-panky. Next thing you know, you got some twins. I was looking for some volunteers, but my wife said you can get that idea out of your head. I'm just kidding. That's probably the one product she wouldn't let me create. About how to install a toilet. Right? Let's say you're remodeling your house, you want to install a toilet. What happens if you install that toilet wrong? Right? It leaks, ruins your hard floors. Now you've got to spend $5,000 in putting in new hard floors in the house. Wouldn't it be cheaper to spend $50 to learn how to do it right? Absolutely. Home Depot is not the company that it is because people don't want to install toilets and all kinds of things, right? How about how to improve your credit score? We're just coming off one of the biggest recessions in the history of the globe, right? You think there are some people right now, millions of them, who in the last 5 or 6 years have absolutely decimated their credit. Absolutely. That means that market is hot. It's going to be hot for the next couple years. And of course, how to lose weight. But how do we niche that down? How about how to lose belly fat? That's a niche of the how to lose weight market. Now, the next thing is we are going to pick our niche. And folks, don't reinvent the wheel. There's a reason we do keyword research first. We're going to find what's out there, and we are going to sell what's already selling. Folks, let me explain this to you. The biggest successes I have ever created came from selling what's already selling. Many times when a student comes to me, they say to me, boy, I've got this idea for something. No one is thinking about it. It's going to be great. And I say to them, I'm not saying don't do it, but I'm saying you got to work your behind off to sell something that nobody knows about. I would rather sell something that everybody knows about and they're buying it and they're looking for it. Okay? Sell what's already selling. Here's another principle I live by. If it's selling there, then it sells here. All I need to do is repurpose. Let me give you an example. If I see it selling successfully on Amazon, on eBay, why can't I sell it on Amazon? If it's selling successfully on, a website like Shopify or a website like, Facebook, why can't I sell it successfully on Amazon? All I need to do is repurpose what's there and bring it here. So if you see it selling well somewhere else, you're following the money. You cannot go wrong. So all you need to do is repurpose the content and create it as your own, right? You don't steal people's content. You don't want to do that. You want to repurpose content and make it better, make it different. Now, the other thing is sell what people are already looking for, right? You want to sell what people are looking for. That's why we did the keyword research first, because I don't want to sell something that I've got to push out to the marketplace. I want to sell something that people are pulling me into their space. In other words, they're looking for me and they're looking for my solution. And I know that based on how many people Google tells me is looking for the product. When I see people looking for it, boom, I know I've got a winner. I don't have to guess. Okay. Now it's time to create your content. Okay. So how do we create the content? Step number one, Kindle, right? Didn't you hear what I said? I took a product from Kindle and I made it physical and sold it on the physical side. So if you've got a product on Kindle, or if you see other products being sold on Kindle, that's where I'm going to start. Let me see what's already selling very successfully on Kindle. If I see a product making thousands a month on Kindle, why would it make thousands a month on the other side of Amazon, right? So I'm going to start by repurposing existing products that are on Kindle. The next thing is I'm going to create it myself. Let's say it's a piece of content that, it's a weight loss product and I see it's going to be hot. I'm going to create that content myself. I'm going to do some research. I'm going to learn some things and I'll create that content myself. Yeah, it might take me a couple days to do that, but it's absolutely worth it for a six-figure business. Now, remember, repurpose what's already existing. Everything that you want to write about has already been written. So you want to find what the content that's out there and repurpose. The next thing is outsource it. And I will tell you, this is my favorite word. In the beginning, I didn't outsource things. I created them myself. Now I am a busy person. I've got more money than I have time. When I first started, I had more time than I had money. So of course I had to do it myself. I had the time. Now that I'm so busy, I would prefer to outsource it, right? I would rather pay someone $100 and let them do the work for me, and then I take it to Amazon. Many of you, that's not where you're going to begin. You may end up doing it yourself, and then you gravitate towards the outsourcing, which is completely fine. The next thing is PLR. For those of you who aren't sure, PLR stands for private label rights. Now, on the Kindle side, people were taking PLRs and just uploading them to Kindle, and thousands of people were doing that. Now, remember what I said, we are repurposing the content. We're taking that PLR content, we're repurposing it, we're making it better, we're making it audio. It's a completely new thing by the time we're done. We just use the PLR as the basis for our content. So PLR is as cheap as $7, $8 to buy PLR that you can create as your own. If you repurpose it yourself, it costs you $7. If you outsource it, it costs you $100 to have someone repurpose that content for you. Now, many of you are saying, I don't know anything about PLR. I don't know outsource. I don't know anything myself. Well, no problem. Partner with someone who does. I've got a product that we've sold on the internet. We did well over six figures with this product. I knew nothing about the topic, but I partnered with a guy who did. He created the content, I did the marketing. It was a marriage made in heaven. I still don't know anything on the topic, even though we've done over six figures, almost 150,000 plus with this project. I don't need to. I just need to know, are people looking for it? So you can absolutely partner with someone who understands the subject matter. So now you are going to create your listing on Amazon. And basically, your listing is what people see when they type in a keyword. They're going to see a bunch of listings come up, and that's what your listing is. Now, the question is, what do you say in your listing to be found, and how do they click on yours versus someone else? First of all, it's very easy. It's all about the keywords. If you have the right keywords in your listings, you will rank quickly. So let me tell you where the issue is. Most people, when they search for something on Amazon, they're searching for a solution to a problem, not a product. In other words, they go to Amazon and they type in back pain. They're searching for a solution to back pain. They don't even know a product exists. They're just typing in their problem. Most marketers sell on Amazon by the name of their product. In other words, ABC back product. Well, the consumer doesn't even know it exists. How can they search for it? That creates what I call the vacuum of opportunity for smart marketers like yourself. While everyone else is searching for the solution and they're selling a product, you are selling solutions, keyword-based solutions. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you two titles, and I want you to tell me which one of these do you think is going to make more money on Amazon. And I'm going to tell you this, both titles, if I was running a print ad, would do very well. They're two very sexy, very high converting titles, but one of them will make more money on Amazon than the other. Now, let me tell you what the product is for this title. It is a time management course. Okay, so let's say you're selling a time management course on Amazon, teaching people how to manage their times, right? Which one of these titles would make more money and why? Is it A or B? And tell me why. A, how CEOs get more things done in an afternoon, the secret to super productivity. Let me repeat that. How CEOs get more things done in an afternoon, the secret to super productivity. Or is it B, time management course for CEOs, how to increase productivity and get more things done in an afternoon? Now remember, both of these are amazingly good titles. Which one do you think would make more money and why? Let's see what you guys think. Okay, Shauna says B, Dan says B. Wow, this is the first time I've seen the majority of the people. Oh, well, let me take that back. We're probably 50-50 right now, maybe 60-50. Mary Lee, you got it absolutely right. Congratulations to you. That is awesome. CB, you got it right also. Congratulations. Okay, let me tell you the answer, folks. The answer is B. B is going to make more money on Amazon. Let me tell you why. Let's start with our product, time management course. Well, look at how the title begins. Time management course. Look at the next one. How to, right? If someone types in how to time management, they will find us. If they type in time management, they will find us. If they type in time management course, they will find us. How to increase productivities, they will find us. If they type in get more things done, they will find us. If they type in increase productivity, they will find us. So you see, it's all keyword based in title 2, where title 1 is very sexy, it's cute, but there's not a single keyword in that title. So yes, it looks good. No one's ever going to find it because no one's looking for it, right? Guys, does this make sense? Do you understand why we do keyword based? Okay, Bill says, oh yeah, awesome. So Hopefully that makes sense. If you put keywords in your title, you're going to be found. Now, here's secret number 2. If it's keyword based, right? What is the secret to being found? You want to know what it is, folks? We use the keywords that other people are not using. I recently found a product, and guess what? For this particular product, I typed in the keyword. And when I typed in that keyword on Amazon, only one product showed up in the Amazon listing. So if I decide to create this product and I fail miserably at the ranking, by default, what am I ranked, guys? Type that into the chat box. By default, what am I ranked? Let's see what you guys say. Yeah, Phil, you're right. Darren, you are absolutely right. If I fail, I'm ranked number 2. Think about that for a second. If I fail, I am still ranked number 2. And that's because I know how to find the keywords that other people are not using. That's the secret, folks. So let's talk about scaling your business. Yes, building a 3K per month business is good, and that's exactly what you want to get to. But at some point, you want to scale that business and grow it even more. So let's talk about that. So the easiest scaling model, I'm going to give you 2 different scaling models. Both are good. One takes more work than the other. The easiest way to scale is to sell more of what you're already selling. So instead of 10 units of product A per day, you sell 20 units of product A per day. That's the easiest scaling model there is. And the fastest way to do that is to start turning on ads if you want to. Amazon does have some ads, and I've got some friends who do use them, and they do very well. Or you can find more vehicles or more channels where your product can be seen. This is the easiest scaling model, as you've already done the work. Everything is already working for you. You're just finding more people to see your listing. That's the easiest scaling model. Model number 2 is to find new products in different markets. Remember I said if only I can find 10 different products that make $9.95 per day, those would be in different markets. Maybe today it's how to fix a toilet. Maybe tomorrow it's how to fix a roof. I don't know, right? But they're different, complete different markets. So let's say you've got product 1 makes you 5K per month. Product 2 makes you 5K per month. What if products 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 make you each 5K per month? What do you have on your hands, folks? You now have a $50,000 per month business, although you built it 5K at a time. So make it your goal to launch a new 5K revenue stream every couple months. That's what you want to make your goal to be. Now, the next step is upsell. Okay? Remember, you're selling information, right? So the best person to sell to is someone who's already purchased from you, right? You don't let someone walk out of your shopping cart without offering them something else. It doesn't make any sense. They already have their credit card in their hands. So what we're going to do, you're going to let Amazon drive your sales for you. And then you're going to use Amazon's delivery system to upsell your customers more product with zero advertising costs. Did you guys catch that? With zero advertising or marketing costs. We're going to let the Amazon system deliver our message for us. Now, I want to tell you something. In March, I implemented something called my Better Customer Experience. What I had noticed up until this point, which we're about 6 months into the business, is Amazon is an amazing system for selling. They are great at getting people to take out their credit cards and buy. But I noticed it was cold. It was computer generated. It was computer operated. It was a very cold place. And I said to myself, if I can bring in the human experience, if I could make this something where people can understand me and know who I am, can I get them to share my message? Can I get them to give me more reviews? Can I get them to buy more products? So I launched something in March called the Better Customer Experience Program. Now, remember in February, we did $2,500 in sales. Look what happened in March when I implemented the Better Customer Experience. We increased to $3,871.23. Look at April of 2015, $4,913.85. Look at May, $4,961.79. Look at June, $4,865.91. Folks, it's pretty consistent. The better customer experience doubled my sales, right? Now, let me show you this. From August through March, right, the first 6 months, we had a total of 10 reviews. By implementing the better customer experience, we went from April to February. The next 6 months, we had 136 reviews. So the first 6 months, we had 10. The second 6 months, we had 136. From February 1st through today, we're about 231 reviews. So the better customer experience works like gangbusters. It doubled my sales. Now let's talk about the cost to implement that. Total cost was $40 out of pocket in about 30 minutes of my time. So was it worth the $40? Was it worth the 30 minutes? Absolutely. It doubled my sales monthly, month after month after month, consistently. Now, the next thing is something called a kit. Now, a kit is nothing more than a fancy word for a bundle. The kit is the most profitable thing that you can sell on Amazon. Here's what happens. You take two items that are worth $10 each, right? Everybody else is selling them for $10 each. But what you do is you take those two items and you combine them into one. Now you've got a product that has increased value. So you can now sell that for $20 to $30 while everyone else is trying to get two sales for $10 each. In fact, they're probably just walking away with the one sale for $10 while you're walking away with a $30 sale. That's a kit. Now, do you have to create a kit to make sales? No, because 99% of the products being sold on Amazon right now are not kits. But I'm going to tell you something. The kit has put a phenomenal amount of money in my pocket. So let me show you an example. On the left, we've got an apple, right? On the right, we've got a fruit basket. How many of you would pay $50 for that apple? Probably not. But you're probably paying $50 all day long to Harry and David for a fruit basket that you send to friends or whatever the case may be. Isn't that just a basket with more apples, right? Or more oranges or more bananas? Why is it worth $50? There's only about $10 worth of apples and fruits in that basket. But you see, the perceived value is it seems like a bigger package than it really is. So a kit will make you infinitely more money than selling an individual product by itself. So guys, let me ask you a question. I want to make sure I am going in the right directions. Are you enjoying this webinar so far? Are you learning some cool things? Did I open up your minds? Type that into the chat box. Let me know. Okay, awesome. CB says yes. Carl says yes. Marilee says yes. Jim says yes. Awesome. I told you guys I wanted to over deliver and teach you guys some things. Phil says love it. Dan says he is unsure. Well, hopefully, Dan, I'm going to show you some things. Silas says the fog is unlifted. Silas, I'm going to tell you something. When I hit that $374 per month, my fog was unlifted. I'm a very successful marketer, but I had never made money that easy before. This is the first thing that I've done was completely hands off once I've got it going. So let's talk about what we've covered today so far. So far, we've covered how you can build a very profitable and successful business in no time, even if you have zero experience. You don't need the experience because we're going to let Amazon do all the work for us. Secret number 2, small untapped markets are more profitable than large markets. Why compete against the big boys? They're not going to let you come in there and take sales from them. Not going to happen. So go after the markets that no one cares about, right? Those markets are wide open for the taking. Secret number 3, instead of selling the blenders, the widgets, the blankets, the gloves, the stuff like that, let's sell information. People are dying to get information. I've made a phenomenal amount of money selling information. In fact, like I said, I've sold over 100,000 ebooks online. It's way easier to do that, right? So those are what we've covered. Now, the question though is why information? Why do information versus selling, let's say, a blender? Okay, let's compare the two. First of all, A CD only costs you about 80 cents to make. A blender costs you about 50 to 100 bucks to buy. Why do I want to sell a blender when I can buy a CD and get the CD made for 80 cents, right? Speed to market. Let's say you want to sell that blender. First of all, you've got to find a supplier. You've got to import that blender. You've got to get your name printed on that. So we're talking minimum 4 months before you even have the product in your hands. Let's talk a CD now. I can print that CD on my computer this afternoon and have 20 of them being shipped to Amazon before you go to bed tonight. See the difference? So speed to market is much faster with content and information than it is with a physical product. It's easy to outsource. If I need to, like I told you, I like to outsource. Well, I can easily pay someone $100 and have them create my content and have it ready for me by next Monday. So it's easy for me to outsource that content. And more important than anything, the category is untapped. Folks, let me help you understand this better. No seller or most sellers are not thinking of Amazon as a place for content distribution. They're thinking of Amazon as a place for product distribution, product sales. They aren't thinking content. Yet there are millions of products or content or information searches per day being done. That's nothing is being found for. That's why I love it. It is absolutely untapped. And the other thing is it's faster to scale. If I want to scale my blender business, I've got to now order 10,000 blenders. Where am I going to put those? My wife will kill me if I put 10,000 blenders in the garage. But I can easily store 1,000, 2,000 CDs in a couple boxes downstairs in my basement. So I can scale and build my business much faster with information than I can selling product. Okay. So let's get a couple things out of the way because we've done several webinars and I've talked with a lot of people. And here's all the things that people, the doubt that creeps into your mind. And by the way, folks, let me tell you what doubt is. It's when your brain is telling you you're doing something new. It's fighting you. And don't let it do that, right? Don't listen to that little voice who's telling you the naysayer stuff. So let's talk about what some of those are. But Greg, I'm nobody. Who will buy from me? I can't tell you over the last 10 years how many people have told me that. Let me put it to you this way. There is not a single niche product that I have ever sold that I have ever put my name on. Let me repeat that. There is not a single niche product that I have ever sold that I have ever put my real name on. Half the time, I just pull the name out of the phone book. I'll take a first name and a last name and mix them up and put it on the product. And I've sold over 100,000 of them. So what does that tell you? It has nothing to do with me. People don't care about me. They care about the solution. If I need to lose 10 pounds by next week, will your product do that for me? I don't care who you are. Okay? So information is free on YouTube. Why would someone pay me money when they can go to YouTube and get it for free? Do you know that everything that you've learned in college or everything that your kids are learning in college, they can go to YouTube and get 100% of it for free? Yet we're paying hundreds of thousands of dollars to these colleges to learn it. Why is that? There are people who look for free content, but I want you to remember something. Someone who is on Amazon.com right now and they typed in "get rid of acne," they aren't there thinking I'm getting the solution for free. Folks, those are the buyers. People who want it free, they're on YouTube right now getting it free. I don't care about those people. They are never my customers. I care about the person who is on Amazon right now typing in that keyword because that's a buyer with a credit card in their hand and they are expecting to pay something. That's why they are on Amazon at the moment. Number 3. What do I know? I don't know anything that I can teach people. Oh, if only I could tell you how many times I heard someone say that. You would be amazed how much knowledge you have. Did you ever take a course or class in high school that you aced? Maybe you aced algebra. Are you doing something at your job and you do it very well? Maybe you can type really fast. right? You have knowledge that people have, but more importantly, you don't have to have that knowledge. I told you I sold a product in a market where I knew absolutely nothing about. I found someone who had the content, or you can absolutely outsource it and have somebody else create it for you. Or here's another one: buy resale rights or PLR to content that exists. And like I said, PLR right content, there are websites where they're selling them for $7. No excuses, folks. How about this one? No one buys CDs. Greg, you're telling me to put something on a CD and sell it? Look, I'm not telling you to make an 8-track tape. I'm telling you to make a CD. Some do, some don't. So what? I don't care about the people who don't buy CDs. I care about the ones who do, because they're making me a handsome amount of money every single day, right? Folks, don't get bogged down on the what I can't. Get bogged down into what I can, okay? So let me show you one of my students who got started with me. And I'll be honest with you, he started just a couple months ago. He signed up for one of my trainings at the end of September 2016. So not too long ago. Let me show you what he sent me. His name is James. This is the first screenshot he sent me, November 6th. So about a month and 10 days after he got started. He sends me this screenshot, and he did $3,492.27 in 30 days. Guys, type this into the chat box. Do you think James did pretty good here? Is that good or is that bad? What do you guys think? Type that into the chat box. First 40 days in the business, he did $3,492.27. Darren says, nice. Yeah, I'm going to tell you why I'm pissed. You guys want to know why I'm pissed? Why do you guys think I'm pissed? Want to know why? Because I only made $349 my first 30 days. What the heck? Where did you ever hear of a student trying to outshine the teacher? What's going on over here? But you know what? I congratulate him. That was the first. Now look at the date, guys. He sent me this on November 6th. Then he sends me this Thanksgiving Day. Boom, $6,324. You think James is a little happy? Absolutely. How about this one? Less than 2 weeks later, he sends me this one, December 9th, 2016, $10,145.19. He sold 781 units. We're talking less than 2 months after starting the business. Folks, how did he do this? Because Amazon did the work. I just showed him how to do it. He went and let Amazon do the works. So I congratulate him. So guys, who wants to take this to the next level? If that is you, type in I am ready in the chat box. Let me know if that is you. Do you want to see results and be able to have results the way James did? If you are, say I'm ready. Mike says I am ready. Jim says ready. Carl says ready. That is awesome. Let me tell you guys about my training, which is called the Amazon Profit System, right? In this training, it is a step-by-step training designed for beginners and intermediate marketers who want to create an automated Amazon income stream without spending a lot of money, allowing you to make more money online than you've ever made with less effort, without the struggles of building a normal internet business. Now, the key here is I've designed this for beginners to intermediate marketers. If you're just beginning, or maybe you're just starting to see a little bit of success and you're like, okay, I want to go to the next level, you are who I had in mind when I created this training. Now, let me let you know that we've got plenty of people who are advanced marketers who have gone through my training. As a matter of fact, many top internet marketers are going through my training. So you're going to love it as well, but I really designed it for that beginner who wants to finally get that break so they can start making real money online. Now, here is what you're going to get. Number one, I'm going to teach you my complete step-by-step home study program. You're going to learn how to find the most profitable niche markets that fall within the range that we like. I'm going to show you the strategy I use for guaranteed success. There's a couple things that I do that guarantee every market that I go in is going to be an absolute success. I will teach you exactly the process that we go through doing that. I'm going to show you how to create your content in an afternoon. In fact, I've got a product I sold. We've done well over $1 million in sales with online, and that product took me about 2.5, 3 hours to make. I will give you the process that I use to create that product. Again, do you have to create a kit? No. Should you create a kit? Yes. But I will teach you anyway how we create kits and what we look for in creating a kit for maximum profitability. In fact, James, I showed you just now, he did not create a kit. So all those sales that you saw there were just a single CD. He does not have a kit. I'm going to show you how to create your listing, so you'll actually get to watch me build a listing right in front of you, and how we do the keyword research and how we craft that title to make it found. And then I'm going to show you how to rank instantly. I already told you part of the secret is finding the keywords that no one is looking for, and we're going to show you exactly how we do that. And then I'm going to teach you how to scale. Look, $3,000, $2,000 a month, even $500 a month is great, but what if we can turn that into $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 per month? Now, how is the content delivered? All the trainings are already recorded and inside of the members area. You can begin the training immediately after going through this webinar here. And also, hey guys, I make myself available. If you've got a question in the members area, you can ask me any question you want, and I will answer them for you. And I'm also going to give you lifetime access to the training. So if you have, you want to come back for a refresher, you can do that. On top of that, I'm going to allow you to have access to the training with a business partner. In fact, I work with business partners all the time, and I hate when we put our money together, we buy a training, and only one of us can log into the training. I didn't want to do that to you guys. I want to make sure that both of you and your partner can log in at the same time. I think that's only fair. Now, again, here's what you're going to get. You're going to get the complete step-by-step home study program. That's a $1,997 value. Now, bonus number one. Going to give you some really good bonuses. First of all, remember the creating the perfect customer experience that doubled my sales? I am going to give that to you and give you all the pieces of the perfect customer experience. That is an $897 value. In fact, I think it's an infinite value because it doubled our sales. Okay. Now, let's recap. You're going to get the Azon profit system. You're also going to get the creating the perfect customer experience, which is an $897 value. Total value so far, $2,894. Now, money replenishes itself, right? My mentor told me this. He said, you know, most people on the first of the month, they get a check. They get their paycheck and they go out and they pay the mortgage, they pay the utility bills, they buy some coffee, they may go out to the movies. On the 15th of the month, the cycle replenishes itself and starts all over again. They go out and they pay some other utility, they go out to dinner, and then they start it all over again on the 1st. But he said to me, does your time do the same thing, right? What happens when you miss your kid's basketball game, when you miss your daughter's recital? You don't get that back. Out of all the things I've done over the years, they required time. Amazon is by far the easiest thing that I have done that has set me free time-wise. I don't need to be there. So I'm asking you to use an asset that replenishes itself to give yourself a resource that does not, which is time. Now, bonus number two, for those of you who do want to learn how to outsource, which again, long-term, I recommend that for you. May not be where you start, but I do recommend that long-term. I will teach you how we outsource the resources that we use. That is a $497 value. So again, you're going to get the Azon profit system, the creating the perfect customer experience, outsourcing everything. Total value so far is $3,391. And information alone is not enough. Look, we've spent the last 45 minutes going over some good content. Hopefully, I've been able to open your mind, but taking action is what's going to count. Learning from a mentor, someone like myself who can hold you by the hand and take you to that next level, that's what's going to make the most difference. Now, bonus number three, I'm going to teach you what I call my secret money multiplier strategy. Basically, there is a system or something that we do, and very few people do this on Amazon, but it's something that we do that we can get people to buy multiples of our products. So when they check out of Amazon, they've got 2, even 3 of our products in their shopping basket, not just one. So while everyone else has a $30 sale, we have a $90 sale. Now that is an $897 value. Bonus number 4. Guys, you're going to love this. We are selling information. What is the best thing to sell someone who's already purchased information from you? More information, right? But how about if we do it in the form of a membership? Think about that for a second. They buy your product on Amazon, which didn't cost you anything to get that sale. They're going through your content, and then there is an offer to get them into a membership site where you are now making $30, $40, if not $50 per month recurring. And Amazon, it delivers all that content for you. In fact, James told me on in his product, he's got an offer for an upsell, which he's an affiliate for. It's not even his own membership site. He said 50% of the people who bought the product from him clicked on that link. I don't know if you understand what that means. That's a 50% click-through rate. In marketing, if you can get a 7 to 10% click-through rate, that's considered God. That's amazing. We're talking 50%. Why? Because these are Amazon customers who are prime buyers, who are spenders. They've got credit cards. They're great people. Now, this bonus is only available for the first 15 people. I cannot make this available to everyone. It's only available to the first 15 people, and the value is $997. Now, money or excuses? Yes, these 2 words are on the page at the same time, but you can't have both of those words in your life at the same time. People who have money don't make excuses. People who have excuses don't make money. But you've got to decide, folks. Which one of these do you want to be the dominant factor in your life? Is it money or excuses? In 1997, I made that decision and I chose money and I never looked back. Hopefully today you choose money as well. So recap, the Azon profit system, $1,997 value. Creating the perfect customer experience, $897 value. You're going to learn how to outsource everything. That's a $497 value. You're going to get my money multiplier strategy. That is an $897 value. I'm going to teach you how to upsell those customers into a membership site and do it ethically. That's a $997 value. Total value is $5,285. And if all you did today is you launched one product, not 2, not 3, not 4 like I would recommend, but just one that brought you not $4,000, not $3,000, but just $1,000 a month on autopilot the rest of your life, would it be worth an investment of $5,285? And I say the answer, it should be an astounding yes. I mean, think about this. For the first time in the history of the world in marketing, average people like us can now leave a legacy for our future generations, right? Before now, it was the Rockefellers and the Vanderbilts that were doing things like this. My Amazon business, my kids can run, my grandkids can run, my great-great-grandkids could be running them, assuming Amazon is still around in 100 years. But think about what that feels like for me, knowing that I am able to create something that I can leave a legacy to my kids. The pride in that alone is amazing. Now, let's show you what happened as we kept moving, right? July 2015, boom, $6,639.69. Guys, you think I'm excited? Heck yeah. Let's look at January 2016, right? Actually, this was 2015 here. So January 2016, 1 year ago. So 1 year and 4 months into the business, we're at $13,950.54 in sales. If you think I am excited, it's an understatement. Let's look at July 2016, right? About 4 or 5 months ago, $14,649.49. Folks, I haven't done any work to make that number grow. After implementing my better customer experience the year before, that was all I did. Well, I could show you 6 months ago, but what if I show you yesterday? This is what an average day typically looks like. Yesterday, January 4th, 2017, new year, $671.16. I didn't work not even 5 seconds to make that happen. If this is the life that you want, then you need to take advantage of what I have for you today. So you have to now say goodbye to all the excuses and things that have held you back in the past. You don't need a website anymore. Say goodbye to it. You don't need PPC. You don't need SEO. You don't need to understand Google Analytics. You don't need any of the crap that has kept you from making money online no more. All you need now is Amazon. You need an information product and the training that I have for you, and you can start turning your life around. So to get started right now with the Amazon Profit System, for just one payment of $497, all you need to do right now is go to azonprofitsystem.com/John S. JONS. Again, that is azonprofitsystem.com/John S. And John, if you're still there, if you can type that into the chat, that would be awesome. Now, many people ask me, why only 497? Why not 10,000? And why not $7? And let me answer both of those questions. First, when I got started in 97 and I had a thirst for knowledge, it didn't exist. There was no one teaching us about how to make money on the internet. I knew how hard it was to get started as a beginner, right? So I didn't want to do that. I've seen a lot of courses on Amazon that are selling for 7,000 and 8,000, and yes, those are good courses. But I didn't want to do that to you. I wanted to give you a price that you can afford, the average person can afford. Now, why not $7? Because I also didn't want every Tom, Dick, and Harry learning what I'm teaching you, because that's when the spammers get in. So I wanted to get to people who weren't serious, not in our system. Secondly is I'm going to invest a lot of time into your success. And because of that, I couldn't afford to do that for $7. So this here is a fair price. So I'm going to let you know that we can only accept 25 people into the program. And I'm going to give you a super bonus and a reason why it's only 25 people. Again, you want to go to azonprofitsystem.com/John S. John is JONS. Now, why only 25? Because it's only one of me. I'm going to give you access to a few of our live group calls. And here's what that means. We have live group calls that we post in the members area. You're going to show up live, and any questions you have, I will answer them live in the group call. This would not work if I had 5,000 people in the program. In fact, I did about a year ago let 100 people into the program at one time. And I will let you know it was the hardest 3 months of my life. And as I said earlier, if I have to work hard, it's not for me. So what I've learned is I don't need 100 people. I just need a quality 25 people who are serious about changing their life. And that way I can work with you and help you and take you to the next level. So the group training calls is a $500 value. And fear and curiosity, those are two most powerful emotions that govern every decision we make. And I'm going to tell you a true story. My parents came from Haiti back in the 60s. Both of my parents are deathly afraid of flying. That's where I get my fear of flying as well. But here's the deal. My dad lives his life through curiosity. My mother lives her life through fear. We've been living in Georgia now for about 8 years. My mom has been on a plane maybe once to come see me in 8 years because she's terrified of getting on the plane. She says, what if it's snowing when I'm coming back home? What if there's a storm? What if there's a hurricane? What if there's this? What if the earth shifts over 3 feet? She's got every excuse in the world why she can't come see me. My dad lives by curiosity. He's been to Europe. He's been to Las Vegas. He's been to the Bahamas. He's been to all over. And by the way, he went to Europe, to London From London, he flew to Rome. From Rome, he flew to Italy. From Italy, he flew, I forget where else, and then back to the US. And I'm thinking, I thought this guy was afraid of flying, but he has a thirst to see the world. In fact, 2 years ago, my dad had a massive heart attack. They gave him a 12% chance of survival. Somehow, through the graces of God, he was able to pull through that. And I mean, not all the way, but he was able to survive. About 4 months after the heart attack, my dad, who's West Indian, likes to go to the West Indian Day Parade in New York City every September, Labor Day. He's been doing that every year since 1969, hasn't missed a single one. Now he's got a heart attack. He was in a coma. Now he's walking with a cane. And the doctors told him, you can't drive a car, you can't work, you can't do anything. You know what my dad does? He says, forget those guys. He gets on a train, since he can't drive, so he took a train from Stamford, Connecticut to Grand Central Station in New York. Then he takes a subway from Grand Central Station all the way to Brooklyn to watch the West Indian Day Parade. He said, even if this is the last thing I do on earth, I need to see this parade one last time. That's living your life through curiosity. So you've got to decide, are you fear or are you curious? And I say live the curious life, because what if what I'm teaching you is going to change your life like it did for James? This could be you also. I'm going to give you one more huge bonus just for taking action today. Here's what that is. Did you know Amazon has a new platform? Most people don't know this. Amazon now sells t-shirts, but let me tell you what's different. The way the t-shirt model works, by the way, t-shirts are extremely profitable business to be in, right? You're taking something that costs $2 and you're selling it for $20. Great business. Have you ever been to a store and not seen someone in a t-shirt? Right? So what does that tell you? It's also a huge, massive business. So here's what Amazon did differently. The way the t-shirt model works is you decide you want to sell t-shirts with sharks on them. You print up 10,000 t-shirts, and then you go out and you try to sell them. And then you find out, well, I'm the only person who likes sharks. Nobody else likes sharks. So for Christmas, everyone in your family gets a shark pot holder because that's what you had to turn your t-shirt into, right? Then you sit on 10,000 t-shirts. Amazon said, we're going to do something different. We're going to allow the average person to get into the t-shirt business without the cost. Their new platform allows you to create a t-shirt by uploading a graphic or a picture of the t-shirt. By the way, it'll cost you $5 to make a t-shirt. You upload your graphic. Amazon will put that t-shirt into the marketplace based on whatever keywords you choose. And then when someone has the nerve to actually buy your t-shirt, Amazon makes that t-shirt, and then Amazon will ship that t-shirt to the customer one at a time. It costs you zero money up front and zero inventory to sell these t-shirts on Amazon. So for the first 15 of you who get started today by going to azonprofitsystem.com/John S., I am also going to teach you how to sell t-shirts on Amazon. So let's recap everything. You're going to get the Azon Profit System. That's a $1,997 value. You're going to get the Creating the Perfect Customer Experience. That's an $897 value. You're going to learn how to outsource everything. That's a $497 value. I'm going to give you my secret strategy, our money multiplier strategy. That there is an $897 value. I'm going to teach you how to upsell folks, your customers ethically into a membership site. Again, only available to the first 15 people. That is a $997 value. Then I'm going to give you the live group calls, which is a $500 value. And I'm also going to teach you how to sell on t-shirts on Amazon. Again, only available to the first 15 people. That is a $1,000 value. Now, total value, $6,785. Now, again, for just one payment of $497, you want to go to azonprofitsystem.com/John S. Now, I get this question all the time. And by the way, let me type that link in here just so you guys will have it. profitsystem.com/John S. And if you guys can just click on that and let me know that that link is working, that would be great. So the question I get all the time is, this has got to be hard. There's no way you can build a six-figure business like this and for it to actually be easy. And I understand why people would think that way, because that's the traditional model, right? A traditional business, you got to work at it, right? Well, I'm going to let you decide on your own. Here is a picture of myself and my beautiful wife on our marketers cruise last year. Like I said, I'm going next week. Top left, we're in Curacao. No, that's Turks and Caicos. We're hanging out in Turks and Caicos. Top middle, this is, now I'm going to tell you something. That's Aruba, and that mountain that's behind me, we drove down that mountain. And that's because they told us that you had to see, I think it was called the Blue Pools or Blue Lagoons or something. If any of you guys know the exact name, type it into the chat box. But we drove to see it, and they told us it was the most beautiful thing you're ever going to see on Earth. And the curiosity got me. I said, I just got to go. And even though we were driving down that mountain and there's no rails, I'm telling you, one wrong turn and you're down 1,000 feet. The most scariest experience in my life. But when we got there, it was the most beautiful thing I had ever seen in my life. Now, I'm going to tell you something. I'm not going back. That one time was enough for me. Top right, we're in Curacao. Never mind the fact that my wife made me hold her pink bag there, but we're in Curacao. Bottom left, that's us in Aruba. Bottom middle, that's us walking back to the ship. Bottom right, that's us at the captain's table having dinner. Look at the dates here, folks. At the top, January 22nd through January 31st, 2016. I'm in the ocean. I'm in my cabin. I don't have a computer. I don't have internet access. I don't have all the things that I need to run my business. My admin is not there. No one is there. I can't even do a webinar, right? Let me show you my sales. We did $4,026.96 between January 22nd, 2016 and January 31st, 2016. The exact days that I had absolutely zero access to any technology. Now, here's the thing. Like I told you, I still have my consulting business, my coaching business, our work we do for customers. We still have our products that we advertise online. But during that week, I didn't make any money with those other things. And let me tell you why. I wasn't there to consult. I wasn't there to hold a webinar. My ads, I had to turn off my Facebook ad. Anyone who's ever run a Facebook ad will tell you, if you aren't there to watch that ad, turn it off. My Google ads, I had to turn those off. You want to know why? Because what if my server goes down? What if something happens on my server? You think Google is going to very kindly turn my ads off and say, send me an email. Hey, Greg, we noticed that your website went down, so we turned the ads off for you and paused them so you didn't lose money. No, Google's going to double down on those ads. So I said, I'm not taking that chance. I turned all my ads off. So 0 ads means 0 sales. I'm not there to consult and I'm not there to do webinars. Yet, you see what this business gave me? Time. It gave me time to spend with my wife and enjoy the time that we spend together. This is what an Amazon business selling information can do for you. So I ask you the question again. Is this easy? You have to make that decision. So you have to change your perception on things. And I'm going to show you something. Here's a picture in my hallway here. And many of you see boxes. And for many of you, you are absolutely correct. But if you change your perception, what's in those boxes is $23,000 worth of CDs that are going to Amazon. Those 4 little boxes there are going to make me $23,000 over the next 30 to maybe 40 days. So I don't see boxes. I see money. Change your perception. So you have 2 choices today. You can keep doing things the same old way you've been doing them. You can, right after this training, go back to watching Grey's Anatomy or whatever else it is that occupies your time and your mental space. Or you can make a decision to change your life, have money in your life, and get rid of those excuses and live that curious life and take action. And you've seen how fast I got started. I showed you from beginning to end. I showed you as close as yesterday. You've seen the proof. It's all there. You've seen that this is consistent. This is not a start today, gone tomorrow type of business, unless Amazon goes out of business in the next 24 hours. And you've seen that it doesn't take much to get started. But most importantly is this: you're not partnering up with me. You're partnering up with Amazon. I'm just going to teach you how to do that. So you're also getting the complete training from someone who's doing it very successfully right now. You saw my numbers as of yesterday, $671 in one day. While most people are working 8 hours and don't do anything anywhere near that, I did that hanging out with my kids playing video games. So you want to go to azonprofitsystem.com/John S. So if you want to be like my good student here, and by the way, I'm going to tell you what's impressive about James. Out of all my students, he's done it the fastest. He's the only one that's really accelerate. No, a few of them made more sales the first 30 days than I did. I didn't know what I was doing back then, but he did the most those first 30 days than anyone that I have as a student. So if you want to be like James and have this in your life, the only thing left for you to do right now is to take action and be one of the first 15 so you can get the training on how to upsell people into the membership program, and also learn how to sell those t-shirts as a side business. That's your side business, right? Your main business is going to be selling the information. Your side business is going to be selling t-shirts on Amazon. So to get started right now, all you have to do for one payment of $497 is go to azonprofitsystem.com/John S. Again, that's azonprofitsystem.com/John S. Now, I don't know if John, are you still there? Okay, John may not still be there, or he might be muted. So I have a few minutes. So let's see if there are any questions I can answer for you guys while I still have you guys on with me now. So if you have a question, guys, go ahead. And while the first questions come in, I'm going to see how many we still have left. So go ahead and type your questions into the chat box. Let me see how many we still have left. Let's see here. Okay, guys, we've already sold 7 of them, so we do have 8 spots left in the first 15. So let's see. Michael has a question here. Let's see what that is. Okay, so Michael says he came in late, kind of a recap. Basically, Michael, what my system is going to teach you is how to sell information on Amazon. Instead of trying to sell, expensive blenders and widgets and all this very expensive stuff, we're going with an inexpensive product like information in the form of a CD, because we're repurposing our content into a format that has a higher perceived value, and then you're going to sell that on Amazon. And then if you also want to, I'm going to teach you how to create something we call a kit. Basically, a kit is a bundle. And why the bundle? So let me give you an example why a bundle. I could sell one CD for about 25 to 30 bucks. The new product we've got going up to Amazon has a couple CDs in there and a couple other pieces in there. That's going to be $149. My cost to make that is going to be around $12 to make. My goal is to sell somewhere between 10 and 15 of them a day. So you're talking somewhere in the neighborhood of $1,000 to $1,500 a day profit in my pocket. I'm sorry, I'm going to have my Amazon fee. So somewhere about $1,000 to $1,200 in my pocket profit is where that's going to come out to. So that's what I'm going to be teaching you guys how to do. Okay, Adam has a great question. I'm in the UK. Can this be done from here for the US market? Absolutely. As a matter of fact, Adam, the new markets that we're going into, because Amazon keeps telling us to do it, is Canada, Mexico, and the UK. So I live in the US. I'm getting ready to sell in Canada, Mexico, and the UK. One of my students who's in the UK, in Canada, Here's how he doubled his sales. This, I kid you not, this is all he did. He was doing very well. All he did was he started selling in the UK. That's absolutely all he did to double his sales. Now, when you live in another country and you want to ship and sell your product on Amazon in another Amazon country, example, you're in Australia, you want to sell in the US, you can't sell a $5 item. In fact, I'm going to tell you, don't sell cheap stuff, right? You want your content to be somewhere in the neighborhood of $20 to $30 minimum on up. Okay, so if you're selling a package for $97 and it's costing you $3-4 to put together, you've got your Amazon fees, let's say that's $15. So you've got $80 in profit. Well, if you're in another country, let's say if you're in the United States and you're selling in the United States, it costs you $1 to ship your product to Amazon. Well, if you're in another country, it's going to cost you $4 to ship to Amazon. Well, that's no problem. You got $80 to work with. If you're selling a $5 item, the numbers are harder to work when you're trying to ship from another country. You want to have a product with margins, okay? Which, non-margin product, that's not the model we are in anyway. I'm teaching you how to sell products that you can make money. The whole point of doing this is to make money. It's not just to sell things and make Amazon happy. It's to make us happy. So, but that was a great question, Adam. Let's see. Okay, Olby, yes. So for those of you, once you click on that link and you go to the members or to the order page, we do have an option for 2 payments. So you do the first payment today, the second payment will happen in 30 days automatically. And yes, you do get access to everything. And if you are in the first 15, you will get those bonuses also, even though you have payments and you have access to the group calls as well. I believe in running a business that's about helping people. Yes, making money is great. So you'll see a lot of the things that we do, from allowing you to log in with your business partner, not limiting access because you did 2 payments. For us, that's the ethical thing to do. That's the right thing to do. That's how I'd expect to get treated. And so that's how I treat my customers as well. Okay, let's see here. This is not convert international suppliers at all. Michael, I am really not understanding the question. Does this not convert international suppliers and at all that? Restate that question, Michael. I am not exactly sure what you mean by that. Do you show samples of CD? Yes. So inside the training, you're going to see numerous examples. You get to see, there are some, I will let you know, there are some on Amazon. I show you exactly which ones they are. And on the group calls too, we'll frequently find hot products on Amazon. So I show you samples on the group calls. So you will absolutely see that. Oh, concern. So let me see. Does this not concern? No, I will tell you this. Because this is so easy, if you're going to use, there are a couple suppliers that I do recommend if you would like to have your supplier making your CDs and sending them and fulfilling them to Amazon for you. But I will tell you, it's so easy. It takes me about an hour to 2 hours a month to send my products to Amazon, that I would just prefer to do it myself. Now, I will tell you, by the end of 2017, with the number that we are planning on moving, which, by the way, my target for 2017 is probably in the neighborhood of 3,000 to 4,000 units per month. At that point, I may have a supplier that will be shipping my stuff to Amazon, only because at that point it becomes work. Yes, it'll be a 7-figure business, but it'll become work. And not a lot of work. It might only take me, 20 hours, 30 hours a month. It's funny hearing myself say that. 20, 30 hours a month, and I don't want to do it. I don't want to get you guys to get the impression I don't like to work at all. I just like to be smart. But the point is, at that point, yes, I may get suppliers to do that kind of stuff for me. Right now, I can do it myself, and it's completely worth it. Um, okay, Chris said, how many spots? Hold on 1 second. Let me look here. Okay, we had one more come in, so we are at 7 spots available, and I am sure John is going to send out a replay. And by the time he sends out the replay, we probably will be out of all the spots. I know he's going to be taking the replay down in a couple days, so either we hit the 15, either we hit the 25 spots, or the replay comes down in a couple days. So remember, the first, we can accept 25 people into the program, but the first 15 are going to get the extra bonuses. And like I said, the amount of time that I invest in my students, I just can't have a lot of people in there. I wish I could. I tried that once. It's just way too much work for me. Chris, cost of making CDs are cheap. I'm buying them in bulk now, so they're about 80 cents. When I wasn't buying them in bulk, it was about $1.50. And at some point, I used to make them myself on my computer, which is also cheap also. Okay, let's see. Oh, yeah. Can you sell t-shirts from the UK into the US? Yeah, because think about it. You're never touching those t-shirts. You're never touching the t-shirts. All you're doing, and I'll tell you, all you're doing is you're getting someone in Fiverr or some other graphic person to make you the t-shirt graphic. You upload it. We teach you all of that, and then you're done. So you are never touching the product. So you can be anywhere on the planet and be able to do that. So it's awesome. It's an amazing business to sell t-shirts. If you wanted to do the computers yourself, yes. I mean, the CDs yourself, yes, Chris, you can produce those yourself. I would tell you the first 5 or 10. By the way, guys, let me teach you my methodology. The reason it only cost me about $40 when I first got started, I didn't send 100 CDs to Amazon. I sent 10. Why am I going to send 100 CDs for something I don't know if it's going to sell yet? That's exactly what I teach you guys. You start simple. Although, you're going to laugh at this. So James, 2 weeks into getting started, James says to me, I got my product ready to go and I'm going to send it to Amazon. I said, boy, James, you work pretty fast. And he goes, yeah. And I said, okay, how many are you sending? He says, I got 100 CDs on order. I said, James, what do you mean 100 CDs? Why would you do that? You don't even know if the market's going to work yet. You need to only cancel that order and only do 10. And I'm going to quote to you exactly what James said. In fact, when you listen to the replays of the group call, you will actually hear that conversation. James says, but I got a gut feeling on this one. I just know it's going to be good. And my answer to him was, and I quote, okay, if you're telling me you have that gut feeling, go for it. But I'm going to let you know right now, James, that's not what I would have done. I would have only sent in 10. And boy, did he prove me wrong. So, yes, he had that tremendous success with that, but I will tell you that's really not the way to go. You send in a couple handful here and there. So if you need to make it on your computer, go ahead. But if you want it to look really nice, why not, use the resources we tell you to use? You make 5 to 10 CDs. It's going to cost you somewhere between $7 and $15. Just print them out and have them look professional. Here's the other reason you want it to look professional. Folks, you're putting this on Amazon. These people are going to vote, and they vote by saying this was great or this is not great. So for $1.50, it's worth having it look professional. Okay. Yes, Marilee, you can still get in. We do have 7 spots still available, so you can still get in, Marilee. Okay, Chris says, nope, I answered that one. Let's figure out the cost before us. Okay, so great question on cost. Let's see. I used to have a slide where I would show you examples of cost. Here's what your costs are going to be. There's 2 models. There's do it yourself, and then there is outsourcing. Let's say you do it yourself, right? You're going to make 10 CDs, $1.50. You're going to spend about $15 for the CDs, right? You're going to make your content yourself because you're going to do some research. You're going to write it up. So you make your content yourself. You $15 for the CDs. Shipping them to Amazon is probably going to cost you about $3. And then you've got your Amazon account, which you pay one time. That Amazon fee should only come out of your pocket the first time, which is $40, $39. Matter of fact, you can sign up with the free Amazon account, so it doesn't cost you anything there. So you're looking at about $20 if you decide to do a kit. And let's say the pieces in your kit cost $5, and again you do 10 units. So between 10 CDs and 10 units for your kit, you're talking about $70 in cost. Now, if you outsource it, you're going to have the same $70, but now you're going to have your outsourcing costs, which if you decide to outsource, you pay someone $100 to create it for you. So now you've added an additional $100. So you're looking at, on the low end, $15 if you have no kit, $75 if you have a kit, $175 if you have a kit and you outsource it. If you do a kit with no outsourcing, about $115. So all in all, you are not going to find a business that will make you this kind of revenue that you can start at that price point. It is just not going to happen anywhere else. Okay, let's see. Hey, my pleasure, CB. Awesome. All right. Phil, I look forward to having you go through the course. That is awesome. Awesome. Darren, any other substantial follow-up upsells needed to make money? Absolutely not. What you're getting in the training is everything you need. We do have some people who call us every once in a while. They want more hand-holding or coaching, and that's fine. If you feel that is you, feel free to call us. We can absolutely do coaching with you. I tell you what, the things I show you on a coaching call will blow your socks away. But if you wanted to, that's fine. You don't need it. You have everything you need to get started. In fact, the only conversation I had with James was on the group call. So I didn't have any coaching, any calls like that with James at all. Another one of my students who did hire me for coaching, we got on a call. He's making on some days upwards of $500 a day. But he and I did a coaching call. We did some advanced stuff. So you don't need it to be successful, but it's there if you want it. And I am available for you also. Okay, let's see if there's any questions that I did not answer. Oh, Darren, glad you are in. Awesome. Now, some of you who may be on the fence, like I said, we've got about 7 spots left. Tell me, what are some of the things that keeps you or that you're thinking, man, I don't know if I can do this or if this is for me? I'd be curious. Type that into the chat box. Carlos, I'm recording it, so I am hoping the replay does come out good. You never know with GoToWebinar, but it should be recorded. Man, that would be scary if I forgot to hit the record button. But it should be. So go ahead, type that into the chat box. If you're feeling, hey, I can't do this or this is not for me, please tell me the reason. I'd be curious to see what is holding some folks back or what the thought process is, as that will help me moving forward also. Don't be shy. Type that into the chat box. And by the way, folks, for those of you got started, there's the link inside the members area on the homepage that says register for the group call. Don't sign up on there yet. I saw this morning the link is broken. So give me about 40 minutes after the training to get that link back up there. So before you sign up for the group call. Okay, so people wonder how fast they can see a profit given that they given what they have to do. So that's going to totally depend on you, Chris. And when you look at James, James is a monster. There's no other way to explain the action that James did because literally James signed up on it was September 20th. It was September 26th when he and I had the conversation that he ordered 100 CDs. That's 4 days from signing up. He went through the training and had his CDs on order. Look, I'm not gonna lie to you. Even I don't take action like that. I wish I did. But look at the results he's gotten in only a month's worth of time. They're fantastic. So, but if you look at my own journey within 2-3 months, we were at the $2,000 to $3,000 per month mark. I would say that's more realistic, getting to that mark in 2 to 3 months than it is hitting that in the first 30 days, like James did. That was super for him. I congratulate it. He's a Superman. I just can't work that fast. I wish I could, but I got ADD squared times 2. So I can't focus like that. So, but look, if you want to do that in a day, go ahead. What's going to stop you? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Sky is the limit. My goal for myself on Amazon is to become the largest content producer on Amazon. What's stopping you from having that as a goal? Absolutely nothing. Right? No one is thinking of Amazon as a place for content. And folks, there's a new thing. You guys want to hear something exciting that we're going to start testing? Software. Amazon has a platform where you can have downloadable software on Amazon. Think about that. Amazon sells the software and downloads it to the customer's computer on your behalf. Woo, woo! That's our next round of testing. Now, once we have that, if you're already one of my students, we will give you that training. But you got to be one of my students to get it once we're ready for it. So once I have the numbers on that, I can't tell you about it yet until I test and know what the sales look like. But once I have, because you see, I like to show numbers, right? Once I have that, you will have access to that. But I am telling you, downloadable softwares is going to be hot. So hope guys, you can see my excitement. Hopefully you guys get excited as well. Let's see. Mary Lee, let me give you my email. And reach out to my admin and have Marsha help you with that. I will reserve that spot for you since it's some technical snafu that's keeping you from getting started. So I will reserve that spot for you. I just sent you Marsha's info. How is this better than the regular FBA program, which I am also part of? Okay, Michael, it's a great question. How am I? Okay, so how is this different than the FBA program, which I'm also part of, but I've only sold some dolls and action figures so far, but nothing significant. Why should I try this? Is this easier than FBA? Do you send CDs? So I do send them using FBA, but this is infinitely easier than what you're doing. In fact, that's what scared me when I first got started. I looked at what that model looked like selling, the widgets and the dolls, and I said, that is hard. And the number of people who were buying training in that space, I said, I can't compete against those guys. There's thousands of them. So I said, I needed to do something that was different. I needed to do something that was more creative. And I already was good at selling content on my regular websites. I said, let me try it. So what I found was this was infinitely easier, infinitely more profitable than selling the dolls and, trying to order 10,000 dolls and that other stuff. Now, it works. I'm not going to tell you that model does not work, Michael. I've got a friend who sells iPhone cases. He does about $50,000 a month. I've got another friend who sells, some other widget that does about $200,000 a month. I've got another friend who does $250,000 selling some kind of skin lotion. So the model works extremely well. But man, the stress level that these guys have. One of my buddies had a container of it was Garcinia Gambosia pills that was worth $500,000 got stuck in the port in California. Do you know the stress level you've got to go to when you've got $500,000 worth of product that's stuck somewhere? Man, that takes years off of your life. We don't have that issue with selling information. Worst case, something is stuck. I'm stuck with, well, right now I buy more, but in the beginning, I'm stuck with $15. Oh, well, I lost a dinner, right? So infinitely easier, infinitely more profitable, and it will change your life because there's way more sales for you there than there are selling what some of those other courses we're teaching in the physical products. All right, we just have a few more minutes. Let's take a couple last remaining questions. Okay, Marilee, I will check on that also, but also reach out to my admin. Also, type in your email so I can reach out to you also, Marilee. Carlos, yes, you can do payments. You can do 2 payments of $275. You will see that inside the members area. Okay, let's see. Okay, Chris says he's having an issue with the registration. One of the things that we do, and I know it's work on our part, but it's important to us. We will call each and every one of you. My admin will call to make sure that you got your logins and everything is okay. We know that it takes work to do that. But you know what? It's worth it to us to make sure that you were able to log in. So if you had an error, anything like that, don't worry. You will get a call from us, making sure you get your logins. And if we see that your login wasn't added manually by yourself, we will add it for you and send you the email and also call you. So we will take care of you on that. So Chris, we'll get to you. Okay. All right. Let's see. Okay, awesome. Let's see. I think I've answered most of. Okay, Marilee, I see your email, so we will definitely get to you. So, I'm going to send you an email, Marilee. All right, so guys, it looks like we've answered majority of the questions. I know there's a few that we missed. I will go through the chat logs, and if there's anything that I missed, I will answer those for you. We did have one more come in, So we have 6 spots left. So guys, if you want to be one of the first 15, you definitely have to take action right away. I know John is going to send out a replay. I will have a replay out. So I would assume that we will be out of those spots very, very soon. So guys, I want to thank you for being here. Hopefully, I was able to open your eyes and show you something new, something different, even though it's been under our eyes all along. It's just that we just didn't think about it. And when I stumbled upon this accidentally, I saw this huge potential there. And being that I'm partnering with Amazon, how can you go wrong? You've got Amazon as a partner going after a market that most of the competitors aren't thinking about. So definitely want to take action. Would love to have you as a student and work with you. Make sure you go to azonprofitsystem.com/John S, JONS, and get yourself started. Guys, this is Greg Cesar. I want to thank you and have a wonderful day. Goodbye, everyone.